Feels to me like Google Chrome's days of dominance are numbered, with ChatGPT and Perplexity releasing their AI agentic browsers in recent months. And today we're going to put them side by side. We're going to test ChatGPT Atlas against Perplexity Comet. We're going to run some simple comparison tests and then really put them through their paces and actually try to build an automated workflow using a web application to see how they perform when really put under pressure. We're going to use ChatGPT Atlas in the white light mode and Perplexity Comet in the dark mode. Now, to kick things off, when you open a new tab or a new browser in each of these tools, you'll see these are the screens you're met with. On Atlas, it's pretty much looking like ChatGPT. You can dive in and start asking questions straight away, or it gives you some ideas based on your browsing history of what you might want to do. For me, that says things like create a 12-week YouTube calendar, open up some tabs I was on, or use agent mode to do certain things. On Perplexity, you get a slightly different screen. Yes, you have the chat bar open here to start asking questions, and it gives you some ideas of things you might like to do when you actually click ask anything, but then you get a bit more of a newsy informational section. We get some breaking news, we get a little notepad, which I find really useful just to make quick notes as you go while you're browsing. We've got a stock tracker, and we've got other widgets that you can actually put in and out here as you want. So you can customize this home screen really easily to add different widgets in here, whether that's shortcuts, some Zen mode, or any stock and clock tickers, things like that. Now, while both these browsers are very similar, there are some different feature sets and different ways they go about using things. In ChatGPT Atlas, when you click this little plus button, you get access to all the different options like you do in normal ChatGPT. You can add photos and files. You can switch on agent mode, and this is really important and a big difference between the two tools, which we'll get to in a second. There's the ability to remember your browser memory of other things you were looking at, create images, deep research, search through old tabs, as well as have some canvases and study and learn options just like you would in ChatGPT. Now, in Perplexity, it's a little different because you don't really need to go and select all these things. It runs a bit more automatically in Comet. Yes, you can go and select different web sources you want for your different searches or different apps you want to connect up. You can actually select between different models, so you can actually let it automatically select the best LLM that you want to use, like it's Sonar, or you can actually use ChatGPT 5 and newer models inside Perplexity Comet, as well as Claude, Gemini, Grok 4. So you kind of get access to everything in Perplexity. Now, whereas I said in Atlas you need to turn agent mode on, Perplexity runs automatically. So you never need to tell it to start using its browser. It will work out whether it needs to control your browser for you or not. So let's actually put them to the test in our first simple example. Now, one of the cool things about agentic browsers is you can actually get them to perform tasks and open things up for you, not just find information. So let's say you want to find some information or a particular part of a YouTube video, you could actually ask these browsers to go and find that exact moment. So, for example, I'm going to ask it, can you open the YouTube video of England winning the 2023 World Cup at the moment where Johnny Wilkinson kicks the winning drop goal? Now, in ChatGPT, we'll need to just turn on agent mode to give it the ability to actually browse the web. And you'll see when you turn agent mode on, you get this sort of sheen effect across the screen. And this will happen in Perplexity automatically when it needs to as well. But we can run those searches, for example, to kick off our browsing experience. And you'll see they'll start working. They'll start scanning through YouTube videos to try and find stuff. So you can see Comet works really fast, but it's maybe dropped the ball a little bit here and found a dead YouTube video. But we can open this assistant panel on the top right-hand side and start working with our browser a little bit more in depth. So say this video isn't available, is there another option? Whilst on the left-hand side, you can see ChatGPT here is actually using its agent mode to actually browse. It's opening the YouTube video and navigating to the moment. So it's actually going in depth and finding that information, whereas Comet on the right-hand side here is taking a little bit more coaxing to actually do this job. But we can see here on the right-hand side, I'll open this screen a bit bigger, it's actually ChatGPT has found the video and it's choosing the video, it's watching it through to find the moment for us. So actually, this is pretty cool that it's actually playing and skipping to the exact moment, pausing it for us to actually find the moment we want to watch on YouTube. A bit frustratingly, Perplexity Comet didn't quite manage to find the right information for me. So we'll open up some new tabs and we're just going to ask them both to find top-rated noise-cancelling headphones on Amazon under £300. Open up product pages with the lowest prices. Again, for ChatGPT, we need to remember to switch agent mode on, otherwise it won't actually be able to browse the web, whereas Perplexity should run and choose what it wants to do automatically to get the best results. You can see on the right here, Perplexity now has its blue tingle on the screen there. You can see if I open this up a bit bigger, that means it's using its agent mode automatically to actually start browsing the web and perform actions. You can see here it's gone onto Amazon and it's starting to click through Amazon to find what we're looking for, those $300 headphones. Whereas Atlas seems to be a little slower, but we'll actually see if the slower, more methodical approach is more accurate than Comet. So far in the first test it was. You'll see that both actually have that sheen to their pages when they're actually using their agent modes to actually click and find stuff around the internet. When you go and expand Atlas here, you can see, again, it's in Amazon, clicking around to try and find the best products for us. Okay, so we can see here that Comet has actually managed to open 3 pages so far from some different headphones while it works, all under £300, while Atlas seems to be still working its way through and trying to sort Amazon. And while we wait for Atlas to finish, we'll just review some of Perplexity's finished results. So we've got our 3 tabs opened as we asked for us to review, and it's actually the assistant on the right here has given us a little breakdown of like the task it's gone through, what it's opened, and a little summary of why, based on some budget-friendly options, some pricing, and the amount of good reviews that these products actually have. One interesting thing about ChatGPT here is, for some reason, it's browsing Amazon in MAD, which is Moroccan dirhams, for its pricing, even though we're on Amazon.com. I'm not sure why it's still defaulting to that. But the browser actually, if you're shopping in different currencies but want it in your home currency, it's actually going through, looking at products and doing the conversion for you. So if you're having to do e-com shopping on prices that aren't in your native currency, then agentic browsers are really good. Both these browsers are really good for doing that sort of price conversion there and then in our comparison for us. So that's really handy if you travel a lot. Now we've got ChatGPT, and ChatGPT probably took 4 times longer than Perplexity, and it's given us a really nice breakdown. It's actually given us a bit more of a breakdown of key features to consider, but it hasn't actually opened up any of the tabs like I asked it to, although I can scroll down the bottom here, view all 5 tabs and open them up myself if I want to. But again, it doesn't actually drop always onto specific pages. It just gives me the pages that it has looked at. Now, you've probably seen loads of videos of people doing shopping and filling shopping baskets with these browsers, but I want to try something a little bit different and really put them through their paces a bit more. I'm going to turn on agent mode again, but I actually want to use them to actually use a tool, to actually build a workflow for my business and see if it can actually use SaaS software to produce something useful for me. So the idea I've got is, can you come up with an idea for my SEO business and then build a workflow automation Gumloop? So we'll run that straight away, and you'll get to see what I mean once we start looking at these workflows, but we'll see how they get on with this first. So you can see it's actually getting a business idea for me to actually build a useful tool for search engine optimization to launch an automated content cluster builder, which would actually be really useful. Then we can just say, great, let's build it in Gumloop. So we can hopefully send that off to actually start physically building this bit of automation for us, while ChatGPT has done some research on trends and is starting to look at Gumloop to see how it works. We can see they're both now into the app, into this AI agent and automation builder to actually start creating something. So you can see ChatGPT on the left here, it's gone straight in and actually is going to start working out how to use this platform. But I might need to take control because I might actually need to log in here. So it is going to just drop out for a second of its agent mode and ask me to actually log in. So we've successfully signed in, and now all I need to do, because it's dropped out of its agent mode working, asked me to perform a task, I need to actually then go and ask it to continue. Interestingly, Atlas has gone off and started building stuff straight away without asking me if I like the idea or not. It's gone off and started using tool, whereas we did have some clarity on the idea from Perplexity before it started working. And you can see it's working in Gumloop now. And look, if we open this up a bit more, you can see it's actually creating nodes and building our workflow. And over on ChatGPT, it looks like it's trying to get to the same stage, clicking around this tool, working out exactly what it needs to do to create the first step. Okay, let's find out which succeeded and which failed in this task. This is super cool because Comet actually managed to get us something decent from that one prompt. I was just looking for an idea and a build, and it's actually managed to build us a full workflow in Gumloop, collecting SEO inputs, so the the keywords and the website that I want to analyze, go and do the research, scrape some content, use Perplexity to actually analyze and generate the content clusters, and then output that list for me, which is really awesome. A full workflow built. On the other hand, here, we've got ChatGPT, and it ran into some problems, whereas Comet just ran and worked and actually was able to interact, link everything up, and run a full flow without me having to interfere. ChatGPT's idea actually fell down pretty quickly. It tried to build, what did we try to build? A generative SEO content lab that would automatically gather SEO keywords each week using AI tools and output that for me. So actually not that massively different, like it's going to go scrape trends and give me the answer. It actually fell down, and it couldn't get past this actual ability to link in with Google Sheets and create Google Sheets that actually Gumloop could use. So it actually fell down, and it's going to require a bit of input from me to actually go and sort this out manually, which isn't too hard, but it's not what we wanted. We wanted to see if these browsers could actually handle tasks end to end, which Comet managed to get the idea and get it built here for us really nicely. Honestly, both of these browsers work really well. Like, I'm happy using either of them. Personally, I'm probably erring on the side of Comet at the moment, just because it seems to run a little bit quicker and runs a little bit automatically. It switches modes when you need it to, whereas you need to fiddle around to get the right settings for ChatGPT Atlas, although it does have some cool browser memory and tab search that you can actually start using to recall bits of research you've done in the past. Plus, of course, with both these browsers, you can access your normal ChatGPT areas on the left here, and you can access your normal area of Perplexity on the left here as well to get the full features just built into your browser. If you want more use cases and reviews of these platforms individually, then I've got videos on them both, starting with this one here, where we delve deep into ChatGPT Atlas and some of the cool new use cases that I'm using it for.